Thank you for joining me today in this short video demonstration of MediaWay, our powerful web-based end-to-end publication solution. MediaWay gives you the tools to manage any type of publication in a collaborative environment from anywhere in the world, from the very first word or image all the way to print or web. During this short demonstration, I'm going to show you the architecture of MediaWay. At its core, MediaWay is a web-enabled system, which means that it includes a JBoss web and application server, and users who want to work with MediaWay simply browse to this application server and they automatically get access to the system using a Java client. And this Java client can run on either Mac or PC. Before users can log on, they're assigned a profile, and this profile determines which assets they can look at and which tasks they can perform within MediaWay. One of the key advantages of the system is that it includes a built-in asset management system. An asset management system which in the background uses Microsoft SQL Server as its database and which can store data on both the local drives of MediaWay or on a SAN or NAS system. The system includes a flexible search engine so users can browse through a library of thousands of images or PDF-based ads and sort through text and very easily find the content they need. This asset management system allows you to send images, advertisements, text, or other types of data to the MediaWay system, where all of this data will be stored in what we call catalogs. Before actually storing the data, we made sure that for images, we retrieve the metadata so that you can search, for instance, on keywords, or that we pick up metadata that might have been embedded using XMP, such as the name of an advertiser. Depending on the number of ads or images you want to send to the system, this input routine can be tailored and load balanced across multiple platforms. Using our Java client, users who access the asset management system can not only search for content, they can very easily upload their own content, assign statuses to this content, or organize it for specific publications. However, as an alternative to using our Java client, they can also use a dedicated plugin. We have plugins for editors who want to work with text using Adobe InCopy, and there's a plugin for InDesign for users who want to create layouts. These plugins are again available for both Mac and PC, and for InDesign, CS2, CS3, and CS4. When it comes to copy editing, we offer an alternative next to the use of Adobe InCopy, and that is the built-in editor of our Java client. The editor is not only used to edit text in MediaWay, it can be used to create new articles, or edit text from imported articles, for example from Microsoft Word, and has what we call a job bag to link related images with these articles. The key factor of this editor is that the text is always stored as XML data, because we believe the choice of XML as the internal file format in MediaWay makes it much easier to repurpose content afterwards and offer you a solution that is really vendor and application independent. Another powerful feature of MediaWay is that it contains a built-in flat plan module, which allows you to create a plan of what you wish to publish, identify the specific pages and what they will be used for, and calculates real-time percentages of the mix of ads versus editorial content. All the data you need for planning your publication can either be created within the flat plan module itself, or they can be imported from an external system into the flat plan module, which is then used to define the publication. The flat plan module is also a place where users can really collaborate on the progress of a publication. They can see real-time views of pages, they can add notes or change statuses, generate up-to-date reports on assignments and statuses, and access all the content in one environment. Once a publication is being worked on, users might want to see soft proofs of the pages, or they'll want to check how text flows from one page to another, and they might not have Adobe InDesign to help them do this. The processing of all that data is something that is done on what we call the PageFit server. This is essentially Adobe InDesign running in the background and doing such things as creating these on-the-fly PDF soft proofs for users. And once again, we can, depending on the load of the system, configure it so that it uses multiple PageFit systems and distributes all of these tasks that need to be done across those systems. And this PageFit server is not just limited to creating soft proofs. It can also render the pages and send them to a proofer, and the technology that we use for this is the same technology as is used in the big Apache prepress workflows used at printer sites. The page fit system can also generate print-ready PDF files, and it contains a built-in color management and pre-flight engine to make sure that the PDF that is sent to the printer actually prints and processes without any worries to you. While all of this is happening and people are working on content and pages, MediaWay keeps track of what is going on, and it can assign to every object, ad, image, or page a certain status, allowing people to see how many pages are still being worked on, how many might still require approval, how many are finished, and so on. At the same time, the system keeps track of all the versions of content, allowing you to backtrack. For example, for an article, which changes were made by which user and at which time. And whenever a user changes the status of such an article or page, this can once again be tied to our output module. And this allows us to add automation. For example, as soon as a page is finished, it can automatically generate a PDF or send an email or MediaWay message to people informing them that the page is available. Or it might export the article as XML because you want to repurpose the content for another system, such as a web content management system. Or last but not least, as soon as the project is finished, you can change the status of the entire project, and MediaWay generates a report with an overview of the content used within the publication, and what the mix of editorial versus advertising content was, and so on. As you can see, we have a very powerful system, but the best way to view it is by actually looking at the product live. So please feel free to view our more in-depth video demo of the product, or visit us at www.newsway.com to download documents or brochures or schedule a personal online demonstration. Thank you.